Welcome to the online training for Easy Publish from Vision with Technology. In the screencast, we're going to be looking at the content structure. So we're going to be looking at how Easy Publish structures itself. So we've got a view here at the moment of the admin interface, and if you've looked at the overview, you'll have a pretty good understanding of some of the tools in here. The tab that we're particularly interested in is the content structure tab. And this is where all of the articles, all of the content within the system will exist, apart from media library information. So what does that mean? Well, at the front end, we've got our front page, and within there we have different first level navigation, such as events, which has some content within it. We have getting started, which has some documentation and different pages of content within it. And when we view and drill down, you'll notice that we have getting started, how to use Easy Find Search. That's stored in a structure within the admin interface within Easy Publish. So if we have a look at the admin interface, we'll notice that if we had a look at the top here, we're going getting started and how to find. If we have a look at getting started, we'll notice that that's a folder. If we have a look at that folder, below it we'll notice there's a whole bunch of articles that are available, and if I wanted to know their types, I can actually add in the actual type. I want to know what type they are. And here we go, and I can see this one's an article and that one's a folder. And an article is generally used within Easy Publish to store its information. And if I were to look into that, lo and behold, I find my information. Now, the content structure is both this left-hand side on the left-hand side here, and also this bottom bit where you can actually manipulate information. So let's have a look at the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, I can list information below, so getting started contains news, and if I wanted to change this getting started, I click on the left hand icon here and I'll get a context menu. This context menu enables me to edit it, so I click on there, I go and edit the article. I can copy it, which will just copy the article or folder itself. I can copy the subtree, and what this will do is it will copy not only the folder but everything below it. There were some warnings there. If you're going to copy huge amounts of information, it's better to do it another way. But I mean, just for around about 5 to 10 to 15 articles, it's not a problem at all. Move, should I want to move my information, I can move this folder from one place to another. I can remove it and put it into the bin. Or I've got several advanced features where I can hide it. So should this contain information I want to be removed immediately from the site, I click hide and it disappears. So if I click on hide there, at the back end interface, you'll notice it's got a little bit of grey around it, and if I do a refresh on the front, you'll notice it's disappeared and it says I've got access denied. Let's bring that back, because otherwise that's our demonstration done. Here we go, advanced, hide and unhide. And there's a few other tools within here as well. Within advanced, you can manage versions and URLs. You can add to my bookmarks, so if I want to bookmark this page, well, it's a very useful feature. And on the top right, remember when we looked at this, there's getting started. Getting started is straight there. So if I'm somewhere else in the system, say in the media library, and I want to get straight back to getting started quickly, I'll do that. And I'll generally use that a lot of the time when I've got places or articles which I'm constantly going to that are deep within the site. We also have within this navigation create here, so if you want to create any content below them, it will give you the context content. Easy flow, so if you want to add that block to a front page, it will be able to add this particular block to a page and you'll select that page. And then you've got all of the export to Word and import from OpenOffice, etc. So if I want to see this as a PDF, I can then just go export as PDF or export as Word. And then if I want to, I've then got the option to upload multiple files to this location, which is very handy if I'm uploading say 20 or 30 images or videos. I can just upload multiple files, drag them in, and off I go. So that's the context menu on the left hand side. Then if we have a look down at the menu down the bottom here, you'll notice it's exactly the same. If I want to edit an article, I can preview, copy. So I can do exactly the same down the bottom here as I can on the left hand side. Now there's a couple other things that I can do within the content structure as well. I can create new items, so I can create a new content if I want to here, and if I select particular bits of content, I can then choose to remove them or move them. So there's a kind of two ways of doing it. I can select there and remove, or I can click on here and then I can move things around as well. So it gives you two ways of doing it. And of course we just looked at this, which gives you the number of items per page. Very useful if you want to see 50, and you can then add in any other particular fields that you're working on that you care about. So you may actually always want to see a thumbnail image of the actual article in there. So there we go. And if there's an image, it will actually display it. So here you go, this has got a thumbnail of the images that are available in that article. And way down the bottom here we've got if there are more pages. So let's get some more pages. Let's see if there's only 10. You'll notice this gives you the option to go to a future page, next, last, and enables you to navigate through. And that is the content structure. It basically enables you to be able to see all the content in your site. It's very, very useful and very powerful to enable you to edit, move, change, flip things around as you see wish. Thanks very much.